So I'll be here waiting for you guys to join. Then also, immediately you join, if you can see the table clearly, you indicate so that I will know. And also, if it's not clear or maybe the volume is bad, you just indicate so that we can do the necessary adjustment so that everything can be smooth. Hello everyone, you're welcome. So as you're joining, if you can see the table clearly, please indicate in the comment section. But if it's not clear, also indicate. And again, help me to check whether you can hear me very well. Okay? If you can hear me, indicate in the comment section. If you can see the table, indicate in the comment section also, so that I'll know that everything is good. All right? Thank you. I'll be waiting for your comments in the comment section to know whether the sound is good or the video is also good. Okay? Gloria Owam, okay, yeah. Marvel stitches, both very clear. All right. Thank you so much. So we can proceed now. Olayemi, your voice is clear like crystal. Thank you, Olayemi. You are a member of my channel. Thank you so much for clicking that join button, and I appreciate you. Jenny Space, thank you so much for yesterday, for that super chat. Thank you. Susan Young, thank you. You're welcome. So we are going to start now, since we can hear each other and we can see each other clearly. Good morning. This is my face this morning. So this is what we're making this morning. This is what the customer brought. So we are going to be recreating this same style. Well, I don't think it's the same measurement, but I have a measurement. So it's a peplum blouse. Let me do a quick analysis for you guys. It's a peplum blouse, like a jacket. The front is cut and open here. It doesn't have a bustier. It's having just a normal princess seam, like that type that you usually see in ready-made. And the peplum looks like it's a 720. Okay. Then there's belts right here. And basically that's all. The sleeve is having a little bit of pleat around the shoulder. There's no zipper. So this is exactly what we are recreating. At any point in this class, if there's anything that is not clear to you, indicate in the comment section. Feel free to ask questions. That's the essence of a live class. You get to hear your answers immediately, okay? By the way, this book I'm wearing, there's tutorial on it on my YouTube channel. I made it a long time ago, by the way. Okay. My moderator said I should show you guys the bobo. Okay, so this is the bobo I'm wearing. I made this tutorial like 2 years ago or so. So, thank you everybody for joining this live class.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. Make sure the class is interactive, so feel free to talk and ask questions and say anything. Let it be fun. I enjoy it when it's fun than when it's quiet. I don't want a quiet class.
Here, Frank. Frank, hello, love you. Watching from Tanzania.
Thank you, Frank.
Susan Young, you're welcome.
Thank you, thank you. You can even interact with your class members. Yeah. This is social media space. You get to meet new people every day. So feel free to use that opportunity to interact.
Jenny's Space, you're welcome, dearest.
Thank you.
Alright, Osas, you look lovely.
Thank you.
Dr. Manju, hi.
Hi, Dr. Manju.
Okay, Jenny's Space, kindly double tap to like my people. God bless you all. You look beautiful.
Thank you so much, Jenny Space. She's always looking out for me. God will continue to bless you. Thank you for the love. And I will never take it for granted. The love is real. So I think let me measure the yards she gave me so that I can tell you how many yards we are working with. But it looks like 3 yards. But let's check. Yeah, it's 3 yards. We have 3 yards here. So I will start by drafting the upper part, then we'll now draft the lower part. I'm going to cut everything on the lining first. You know why? The Ankara is having pattern so that we can be able to pattern it nicely the way it's going to look very fine. So both the peplum, everything is going to be done on the lining first. Anyway, that's the way we usually do. Just that sometime after drafting, I used to place it directly and cut together. But now we are not going to do cut together this morning or this afternoon. We are just going to cut it on the lining. Then we'll now find solution to how to place it on the table. Okay. I have here paper stay, soft paper stay. If you like, you can use a hair stay, but that is not necessary. So because I'm only going to post it on the lining, just the lining alone, not on the Ankara. Make sure you are clicking that like button at interval. Let me be feeling the love from here. Show some love to a girl. Even if you don't know what to type, just type in "you are sweet" in the comment section. That is our slogan here. Everybody is sweet. So just type it there.
Oluwatofumi, watching from UK.
Hi, Tofumi. Thank you for joining this live class.
Honor Lillian, good afternoon.
Hey, baby. Lily. Lily, how are you doing this morning, this afternoon? My sugar baby. Lots of love from your mama here.
Gloria Okeke, first time here.
Hey, first timer. Gloria Okeke, good morning, good afternoon. We're already in the afternoon. Make sure you click the like button.
And also subscribe.
And also subscribe if you have not subscribed. That one is very important. Not only subscribing, also click that notification bell so that anytime I'm here, you get notified. Okay?
Okay, she's in Abuja too.
Gloria Okeke.
Yeah.
Hey, my neighbor. Everybody in Abuja is my neighbor.
Honor Lillian, Yinka, you are sweet.
Thank you, my baby girl. Hope you don't finish my beadwork. Because that one now, if you don't finish another one will cause quarrel. Lily, hope you have finished my beadwork. I'll be expecting it today. Anyway, you can come a bit. She said she's not using it again for the weekend, so you can send it on Monday. Monday is okay. I see free information like this as I did inform Lily. She don't need to raise her credit and call me later. So I filled the lining with the interfacing. So we are going to just draft on the lining. Beginners in the house, this class is specially for you guys. You know why? It's a princess that without bustier is just the basic. When you are moving from your waist that, you move to princess that before you now jump to bustier, then to corset, to advance like that. You get? So if I draft it this way, would they be seeing it? Or I should bring the head to this. I think we usually put the head here. Okay. Yeah, I don't know who cut this divider. It's not long enough. That's why sometimes you just close. Hi guys, please indicate if you can hear me. I wasn't sure whether I was hearing you guys earlier. Please, if you can hear me in the comment section, indicate. Please check with the phone.
Yeah,
You can hear me, right? So can I go ahead?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Also, you should start from the other end so they can see better.
From this side.
Mm,
It's better than here.
that's what she said. Start with other end so we can see your tracking.
Okay. So the shoulder is going. Are you? Is she very sure? Okay. Anyway, if I start, if it's not clear, they will ask.
Looking weird, right?
Eh?
Like it's looking weird because no one stuff from here.
So this is the shoulder. Okay. So let me quickly read out the measurements we are working with. So the measurements we are working with today, we have shoulder 16.5, bust circumference 42, waist circumference 38. We don't need hip, we don't need gown length. We need blouse length. Blouse length is 26. Okay. Now, the length measurements, we have nipple to be 11.5, under bust 14.75, then the waist length is 17. You don't need under bust measurement. Feel free to ask question if it's not clear here. So from here, you are going to take the measurement, the length measurement. So the armhole we are going to work with is going to be 9. Nipple point is 11.5. We don't need under bust length, like I said. Waist length is 17. Then you had half-inch allowance. Then I'm going to extend these lines. So is it clear now? Please be answering my question. So here on the shoulder, I'm going to put the shoulder measurement divided by 2. Shoulder is 16.5. 16.5. That is 8.25. So I'll put 8.25 here. I'm going to rule it to the armhole length, which is the chest line. You know what? I'm just going to quickly draft this. So you come down from the shoulder like so. Then you're going to connect and add your half-inch allowance to the line. Okay, so this is what we have, half-inch allowance to the line. Okay, so this is what we have now. So the next thing you want to do is to locate the mid armhole. From the mid armhole, you are going to come inside by half-inch and just connect it to the shoulder tip. So you stop here for now. Now let's move on. You come to the chest line, you put the bust circumference divided by 4. The bust circumference is 42 divided by 4, that will be 10.5. Put 10.5. Put your seam allowance. But let's leave seam allowance first. We'll put that one later. The waist circumference is 38 divided by 4. That would be 38 divided by 4, you people. Please tell me what 38 divided by 4 is in the comment section. 38 divided by 4. That's 9.5. Please let me to confirm. 9 point, I think that's 9.5. 9.5. Then you connect. Next, we are going to bring out the shape of the princess dart, of the dart itself. So this is what you are going to do. Sorry guys, let me get another color of chalk so that we can enjoy each other. So from this point, from your chest line, just mark a broken line like this. Then that means this person, the shape is not much. And that is like 1 inch. It's not even up to 1 inch. 9.5. Let me to minus 10.5 minus 9. Minus 9.5.
10.5 minus 9.
0.5. That's 1.
1.
So at that intake is going to be 1 inch. So just subtract the waist measurement from the bust measurement, whatever it is, that is the dart that you are going to take. That is the rule of taking dart. That is meant to highlight the bust by taking off excess around the waistline. That is just the simple meaning of that, okay? So our dart is going to be 1 inch because the difference between this chest line and this waistline right now is just 1 inch. Assuming it's like maybe 1.5, then that means the dart you're going to take will be 1.5. This is a basic body, not a contoured style. It's just like the basic, okay? So the dart intake I'm going to take here will be 1. So take note of that. All right, we don't need the under bust length. I don't know why I put it. So come to the nipple point line. On the nipple point line, you are going to put the nipple to nipple distance. Sorry, where is the style again? There's supposed to be a button stand. There's supposed to be a button stand in front, okay? We're going to redraft. Based on the style we are making, we're supposed to have like a button stand in front. Since it's not here, we are going to redraft it. Sorry. We're starting again. All over again. That's why I like to be shaking the style as I'm cutting. So before I start, I'll first measure 1.5 inches. That's what I want for the button stand. So that by the time you turn with lining, it will remain 1 inch. So you roll it. So from the M line, you measure the waist length plus your seam allowance. So the waist length is 70 plus allowance, that will be 17.5. So I'll just measure it upwards like this and roll it. So all my measurements will start from this line. This part here is going to serve as the button stand, okay? So exactly what we have done earlier, you measure down the length of the armhole, the nipple point. We don't need under bust. So we have our actual measurements, then this 1/2 inch allowance. So on the shoulder, you put the shoulder measurements divided by 2. The shoulder measurement is 16.5 divided by 2, that will be 8.25. I'm going to roll it straight down to the chest line. Can you see? So here, all your measurement is starting from this line. Please don't forget. You first measure 3 inches inward. Then you are going to measure and slant the shoulder. Then you had 1/2 inch. More like I'm taking what we did earlier. So the next thing, you locate the middle of the armhole. At that point, you're going to come in by 1/2 inch like this, and then you connect it to the shoulder tip. And you stop there for now. Now you move to the chest line. You put the bust circumference divided by 2, by 4 rather, please. Bust divided by 4. The bust circumference is 42 divided by 4. That will be 10.5. You put 10.5. Then you come to the waistline, you put the waist circumference divided by 4. The waist circumference is 38 divided by 4, that will be 9.5. You put 9.5. Then you connect it together. If you have any question, please ask in the comment section. I'm right here to reply you. All right, so like I was explaining earlier, for you to know the dart intake here, just subtract whatever you have on the chest line from whatever you have on the waistline. The difference is going to be your dart intake. That is the standard of putting that, because that is meant to eliminate excess on the waistline. All right, so we'll come to the nipple point line, which is this line right here. You put the nipple to nipple distance divided by 2. My client's nipple to nipple is 8 inches divided by 2. That will be 4. Then we had ½ inch for allowance later. That will be 4.5. We put it. Then from here, you roll it straight down to the waistline. Can you see? Then you now connect it to the mid armhole. And just use your cuff. Can you see? So the next thing is to take the dart. The dart is 1 inch. The difference between the bust and the waist here is just 1. So the dart is 1 inch. So you divide the 1 inch between this line. So you have half on both sides. Half here, half here. Then you connect it back to the nipple point line. Can you see? So here I'm going to come down by 1.5 inches and connect. Please feel free to ask questions. So another thing I did here was extending this dart leg outside this by 2 inches. You can do 1.5, but I usually like the 2 inches so that in case you join in the exercise, you can always trim it off. So next, you measure that pass through each line, you replace it, and you put your seam allowance. This is 0.75. Here is 1. You put it. Then you had your seam allowance. So can you see? So the next thing now is just to put the neck line. Where's the clip again?
So they should show them the clip.
I show them the clip. Okay. See the style. Is it clear on this thing? So we are replicating this style exactly. It's having button in front. That's why I put this extension. Okay. I think that's all. This neckline should be around 4 inches. And do 3.75. 3.75 by 3.75. So I'm going to make the neck width to be 3.75. That is 3 3/4. And then depth to be 3 3/4 also. Then we'll connect. Then based on the style, we are doing copy and paste. Based on the style, from the waistline, the extension is about 2.5. So that is before sewing. So meaning we'll do 3. Let me just get this thing, then I'm going to explain whatever thing I'm doing to you guys. And so the neckline here is 3.75 by 3.75. So where that neck point is stopping, where it's stopping here, you are going to go inward by 1.25, 1.25, okay? Then here at the M line, come up by 3 inches. Then you are going to now get a curve like this to that point. You can use your hand or you can use your curve. You can use your curve ruler or use your hand. So this is it. We are done drafting. So the next thing is to cut it out, but we can use this to cut the back. Please feel free to ask questions. The floor is open for question for the next 3 minutes.
Melissa, hello, I'm so glad to be joining this.
Hi, Melissa. Good to have you here. So the neck depth for the back is really high. I think it's just 1 inch. 1 inch. So since we are going to be using this to cut the back, we can as well put the back neckline. So I measure 1 inch downward and then I'll connect it this way. So this is the back neck, okay? The floor is open for question.
Okay, Tokoro, can you explain more about that? Thank you.
About the dart. To know the dart intake to take here. For the dart intake, just subtract the bust circumference. Subtract the waist circumference from the bust circumference. Okay, so here the division of the bust circumference is 10.5. Then the division of the waist circumference is 9.5. So just minus 9.5 from 10.5. And when we minus that, it gave me 1. So that's why we have 1 inch for this dart. And on the nipple point line, you just put the nipple to nipple distance divided by 2 plus half. You roll it straight down first. Then that 1 inch, you share it on both sides of the line. So that will give you half here, half here. Then you take them back to the nipple point line. Locate the middle of the armhole because we're drafting a princess seam. From the nipple point, you connect it to the mid armhole. From the mid armhole, we step in by ½ inch. Okay, so you just take it to that point. Then what is the difference from here to here is 1.5. Hope it's clear. Yeah. Any other question?
Please, can you explain? That's Gloria. Okay, please, can you explain the 2 inches you added near the armpit?
This one, so that by the time you are joining, it will not be short. That's why you extend it by 2 inches. Normally, you're supposed to extend it by the number of darts that is here. But I usually like that 2 inches because sometimes if you do that 1.5, it may not even jive. So to avoid story, just add this 2 inches. By the time you join it, if this one remain, you blend it. It's better to blend than for it not to reach.
Okay. Chinyere Augustina, what is the difference between the bust and waist is 3 inches?
And then the dart is 3 inches. It's as simple as that. Anything it gives you, that one is just standard. It works. That's basic dart. That is the rule of basic dart. Any other question? No question. So let's use this one to cut out the back. We'll still reduce the back length, the back waist length.
Okay, okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Gloria Okeke. So for the back, you don't need to slash here. Just leave it like this. So you see this line here is for the front, right? So when we are cutting the front now, we'll trim this part off. But for the back, leave it like actually on the same. See like this. Can you see? You don't need to take any dart here for the back. Even if I thought you are taking that, it should not be more than half. But we are not even going to take. So leave it like that. You understand? But when we are cutting the front, we'll come back and cut it like this and like this. Okay? So next, you now remove the dart for this side. So is it clear now?
Fine.
So let's go ahead and cut and remove the back. So just take the last two and use it for the back. But we'll still trim. See, you don't want any shape that will look like breast for the back. So we are still coming here to reshape. But leave it like that first. Let's finish with the front. So this is the front. I'm trying to position it the way it was so that we understand. So the only thing we've done here is removing this dart. So now you cut the front armhole. You see like this. Then the front neckline. So notch the zip allowance, the button stand. So this is it. Which other thing? Next, here I'm going to reduce the back here by 1 inch. So the front is ready. It's completely ready. Next is just to cut it on the fabric. Now bring back the back.
Okay.
So this is the back. What we're going to do to the back is for us to reduce the length by 1 inch. So like I said, you don't want any breast looking shape at the back, so you just blend it. Just look at what I'm doing. Let me not cover it. Just blend it. Let it not have any shape, breast shape look. So can you see it? So when you join it now, it's going to be flat. By the time you join it, this is what I'm saying. If there's excess, you can always trim it off. It's better for you to have excess than for you to be struggling for it to reach here. Sometimes when you join it, you come and reach here if you don't had enough excess at this other side. Okay, so yeah, the back is ready. Zero 0.75. Then I'll connect it to nothing so that the back can lift very well. There's no zip at the back, but I'm darting the center back. It just makes it fit better. When I'm cutting the main cloth, I'll position it such that there will be no joining on the main cloth. So I can just go ahead and stitch this one now.
Marvel stitches. Thanks for giving me God bless you.
This allowance, that's the same thing you saw here. So let me just join it. I'll be back and bring it for you guys. This. If it will allow me to have it on fold, we'll have it on fold. If otherwise, we'll still cut it and join it. So the back is just going to look nice with this thing you have done there. All right, we are done. This is the front. You see, this is the front, and then this is the back. This is the back, okay? So let's keep it and cut the peplum. Like I said, there's a way the pattern of the Ankara is. We don't want to mess it up. This is back. Back. Be checking. Is there a question? So the blouse length is 26, and then the waist length is 17. So to know the length of the peplum, you just minus the blouse, the waist length from the blouse length. So 26 minus 17, that will give me what? That will give me 9. That will give me 9. So the length of the peplum will be 9, but that 9 you had allowance of 1 inch to it. That will be 10. So the length that we're going to cut for the peplum will be 10. Now let's calculate the radius for the waist circumference. Be reading the question.
Okay, this method is it apply for bustier?
That's the way we have been doing bustier from time. We usually dart the center back and reduce the side seam in front with 1. That way, the waist length at the back will be 1 inch shorter than the waist length in front. That's the way we have been doing bustier. Okay, so I believe we already know how to do that one now. I teach us how to do bustier. Which day? That was day before yesterday. Can I move on? So to know the waist circumference, you are going to divide the waist circumference by 2 before you now divide it by 6.28, okay? But the waist circumference this time around, you're going to add that button stand extension. We did 1.2. How many did we do? So that's 1.2 on both sides. That will be 2.5. So waist circumference is 38. Then we had 2.5 to it. That would be 40. That would be 40 and a half. Then that 40 and a half, because by the time we cut this paper, it's going to have joining. We'll add extra 1 to it. That will be 41 and a half. Okay. So the waist circumference we are going to use now is going to be 41 and a half. And how did I arrive at this 41.5. I said the actual waist circumference, you had the button stand to it. It's having button stand in front, which I think we use 1.2. So the 1.2 is on both sides. Here 1.2, here 1.2. So that 1.2 in two places will give us 2.5. So you add the 2.5 to the actual waist circumference, which will now be 40.5. Then I said because the way we want to cut the peplum is 720-degree peplum, so there will be joining. So we need to add extra 1 to take care of that joining. So that will be 41.5 for the waist circumference of this person. So you just use this method to calculate your own if you're making yours. The waist circumference plus the button stand allowance, then plus extra 1. Whatever that gives you, that is your waist circumference that you're going to use. Okay, so now because it is a 720-degree peplum, you are going to first divide whatever thing you get now, which is 41.5, you divide it by 2. Whatever it gives you, that is what you are now going to divide by 6.28. I know I'm picking too much. But that's how to do it, you guys. Can I use your phone to do calculator? Check the comment section because this thing that I've explained now, maybe it's clear. Let me be sure that it's clear. So 41.5 divided by 2.
What do you want to calculator?
Yeah. 41.5 divided by 2. Okay, our calculator.
20.75.
Then you now divide it by 6.28. 3.3. So the radius we are going to work with will be 3.3. The length is 10. Length is 10. Radius is 3.3. So watch the way I'm going to do it. You fold your fabric into 8 folds.
Oh, yeah, okay. Please, I don't know anything about Peplum. I think they are knitted with this figure you are mentioning.
Huh?
Please, I don't know anything about Peplum. I think they are knitted with this figure you are mentioning.
Okay, so I'm making, you see, we have a circle, right? A circle. But this time around, we are not doing just one circle. We are doing 2 circles to become one. Usually peplum is circle like this, but we now want to do 2 circles and combine them to give us 1 circle. The formula for getting radius for full circle, just 1, is circumference divided by 6.28. That is a mathematical formula. Okay, 6.28. You just divide the circumference by 6.28. And the circumference in this case, where we are attaching the circle to, is the waist circumference. So you use your waist circumference. So the waist circumference here is 38. Assuming you are doing just one single circle, you just divide the 38 by 6.28. But don't forget, you still had all those allowances that we have calculated earlier, the button stand, and then in that case, there will be no 1 inch that I added for joining it. That 1 inch that I mentioned earlier is the allowance to join this to become 1. So now, in this case, we want to do 2 circles to become 1, right? So the circumference will now be the same, but then you now had 1 inch for joining them later. By the time you finish cutting it, it will give you 2 circles. So you have to join them to become 1. So that's why we added extra 1. Okay? So the circumference here is 38, then we had extra 1, that is 39. But in this case, there's button stand. And in most cases, we always have zip allowance, but in this case, there's no zip allowance, so it's button stand we have. So that button stand can as well be like zip allowance. So except if you are cutting peplum for something that you will not join, maybe you are having peplum at the sleeve hem, you know, there will be no joining again. So you can cut it exactly without adding anything. But if you are making it as a blouse, there will always be zipper. There will always be button stand in case there's no zipper. So you had the allowance for that to the circumference. So we have 38. Because we are doing 2 circles now, we added 1, that is 39. Then we are now going to add the button stand. The button stand here is 1.25, but it's on both sides. So that gives it 2.5. So you add the 2.5 to the 39. So That is now 41.5. Okay, and I've told you to get the radius for one circle is just to divide the circumference by 6.28. But now we are doing two circles. So that means we want to give half of this circumference to this side, the other half to this side. So that's why I said this thing that you have here, which is 41.5, divide it into 2. When you divide it into 2, it will now be 21. It will now be 20.75. You guys should divide it in the comment section. 41 divided by 5. 41.5 divided by 2. 41.5 divided by 2.
20.75.
20.75. That means each circle, the circumference for each circle will be 20.75. 20.75. Okay, so that is the circumference for each of them. So you just divide it by 6.28, and whatever it gives you, that's the radius that we've gotten, which gave us 3.3. So the radius is 3. When you divide 20.75 by 6.28, gives you 3.3. Okay, so the radius is 3.3. For each of the circle, you're supposed to fold your fabric into 4. So if you are cutting this one, you fold the fabric into 4. If you are cutting this one, you fold the fabric into 4. But now we are cutting everything together, so your fabric will be folded into 8. Hope it's clear. I think I've explained very well, like a good teacher. Nika, well done. A tap in the back. All right, guys. So can we move forward? Okay. Abi okay. Which one? Okay. So we are going to fold the fabric into 8 pieces. Radius is 3.3 and the length is 10. So that means we need 13. The length we need is 13. Hold it. No. Let me just finish before fusing. We need to fuse stay on it, but let me finish and fuse it later. So, like I said, you're going to fold the fabric into you fold the fabric into 8 folds to cut out the peplum. This is 4 folds, then you fold it like this into 8. One good thing about joining me on a live class is that you get to see different styles. We are not restricted to one particular style, because this is practical. These are people's clothes. So we don't work with only one single measurement. We work with different measurements. Like yesterday, the hip we work with was 50. So you understand. So we are not doing just one line of stuff. We are doing varieties because it's for different people. So the radius we calculated is 3.3. So you rotate it like that and connect. Then the length we want is 10. So you measure the 10. Do you understand? Then you rotate it. So come back to this point. Whatever you have, you continue to rotate. The class is quiet though. What's up, you guys?
Sorry, okay. Wow, you're too much.
You're welcome.
Abdul. Thank you for all your tutorials. They help us a lot. May God richly bless you. I'm watching you from Ghana.
Hi.
Lots of love.
Thank you so much. You're sweet.
Very okay. Thank you so much. Well understood.
Thank you.
Chinny Augusta, can I see? I can now see the top. How the top is.
This is the top. Can you see it? So now, before you cut it out, you had ½ inch allowance to this upper part before you push it. So now we'll go ahead and cut it. Let me just fold this thing underneath it to save me the stress of refolding later.
Stephanie, thanks so much for participating.
Hi, Stephanie. Thank you for joining the live class. The person that cut this thing did not cut it straight. So I'll go ahead and cut it out.
Okay, Gloria, okay, this class is it every day? If yes, what time does it start? I was
We don't
just
have a
lucky
specific
today.
time, but it's usually at the early hour, like maybe between 10 and 12.
Okay, Deborah, well done, sweet. You are doing a great job.
Thank you.
Nora, I have had problems cutting tops like this one. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Laura. Yeah, click the like button.
Tap the screen.
Tap the screen. Let me know you're enjoying the class. So now if you open it, you have to circle. This is one. And then this is the second one. 2 circle. So we are going to slit it and join it to give us 1. Join it together to become 1. Okay. You guys, let me just fuse it now with the interfacing.
No, you're okay. Meanwhile, when you measure the peplum, you marked out the radius, and I noticed the length you went back to the tape? Won't it reduce the length?
No, I rotate the radius. That's why it's better you ask your question before I cut. You should have asked earlier. I rotate the 3.3 inches. Then from that 3.3 inches, I measure the length that we already calculate, which is 10. So if you measure here from here now, from this circle, from this place now to this place is 10 inches. Then I now went back to the top and now rotate the measurement that I got, which is now like 13 point something. That was what I rotate when I was doing it.
Like button is which one?
Eh?
Who's asking the like button? Just tap your screen. Where is the like button? Nice.
You will see it there. You see that love. Like it and also share it. Like and share. You can support the channel also by sending super thanks and super shirts. Those ones, they are not compulsory. It's just your preference if you want to support me. If you want to buy me or you buy me something, yeah, you can do that.
How did you get the 3.3 now?
Wow, you're just joining. You watch it later. 3.3 is your radius now. Your waist circumference plus all the allowance, then you divide it by 2 because this is 2 circles, right? Divide it by 2, then you now divide it by 6.28. I'm going to repost this so you can watch it later so that you understand. I really took my time to explain so you understand all your questions. I believe it will be answered when you watch it again.
Thank you. Thank you, sis.
You're welcome.
Adetu, when is class starting?
We don't have a specific time, but it's usually in the morning between 10 a.m. to 12. It's usually in the morning between 10 to 12. You will see me Monday to Fridays. I don't work weekend. Well, sometimes I work weekend, but not always.
Gideon Odinaka, good afternoon.
Hi, Gideon Odinaka. I know that name. That name is on my head. I think she was at that fashion business talk last week Friday. I don't know gender, but I don't know the gender, but I know the name. I know her physically. I know the name. Like if you mention Jenny's place now, I will tell you I know her, but even though I don't know her in person, but I know the name. I know the people you have been mentioning their name, like Susan Young, people that you have been mentioning their names. So basically, we are done cutting. Now we are going to cut this on the Ankara. Like I said, I don't want to place it on the Ankara before because of the way the pattern of the Ankara is. So let's see how we are going to go about this.
Okay, saying 10 a.m. to 12 Nigerian time, Monday to Friday.
Nigerian time, oh, I'm in Nigeria.
Not 10 a.m. to 12 a.m.
Anytime between. It's not. I'm not saying the class is going to be exactly 10. No, but I can come here between 10 and 12. I don't have a specific time that I will tell you I will come here. I cannot tell you I will be here by 11. I cannot tell you I will be here by 10. You know why? Network. Then because this is job, I usually have clients coming in. I cannot be doing live when my clients are here. You know, customers are king, so you have to give them their respect. So I think we should do the pattern for the peplum. This one. This one. This
Hmm?
for the peplum. What do you think? What do you guys think?
Yes, ask them. Who should be the up? Who should be the person?
The peplum, I think the peplum should be this one. You know what?
Yeah, okay, okay. The big block should be the purple.
Who is there? Yes. Mm, now, just open the curtain. Hi.
Please later, I don't know if your girl can bring out that car seat for me.
Okay. It's where? Is it in my
In the
house?
store.
In the store? Okay.
I check it.
Don't worry, she'll look for it.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. When is that will be joining? Who they be joining? It's better. Join it with half inch. That's why I'm stepping away from it like that. So I'll join here. Let's split this place. I don't need allowance on this side since it's only here I'm joining. You get? So next one. It's even good to use this place as the belt. So I'm going to use this one to do the belt.
Okay. Just a good afternoon. No,
Hi.
okay. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed this class.
Thank you. So what do you think of the upper parts? Like we should have up to the waistline, this one. Then here will be the upper part. So that this one will now be here on the chest area. Okay. Like this, right? Enough. Yes, I need to check time.
After one.
Wow.
It's 2 minutes.
2 minutes past 1.
22.
Ah, now we need to go.
You know you come and do it every day.
If I come back, do this one. Now the back. So this place will be the sleeve too, huh? Ah. this paper. What are you doing there? All this ceremony I'm doing is because of the pattern of the Ankara. I'm just trying to get the best out of the pattern so that everything will look nice. So I place the center back unfold on the this is the front. So this is the back. Can you see? So we're going to join it together. And it's going to have this thing as if they put yoke there.
Okay. I did too. Please do read my message. You can resend it. Okay. Okay. Listen, Ma, please, whenever you mark your darts, both on the waist and the bust point, do you always add 0.5 for joining allowance? Ma, each like bust radius is 4. Will you add 0.5 to it?
Yes. You add your allowance to it.
Yeah, okay. Please show all the blouse accessory.
Okay. So this is the front. Can you see this is the front? So let's quickly cut the sleeve. You guys know how to cut sleeve now. You got it. Thank you. So this place too should be the sleeve now. The line. So I'll cut one first and look for where to cut the second one. The length of the sleeve is 13 and a half. 13.5.
Okay, okay, please. Okay, use the big block size for the sleeves.
We don't have enough of it. 13.5. There's already pieces. The only place we have big one is just this one. $18.5. We'll add 1 inch is okay for the allowance. So from the top, I'll measure 6 inches for the cap because it's having a little bit of pleats, just 1 or 2. Here you put your seam, your armhole length with your seam allowance, okay? Then at the down part, you put the round sleeve measurements, round sleeve with allowance. No, with allowance. So half. We'll manage half. That's one thing about fabric with pattern. So by the time we put lining, it will drag up this little block so that it will only be this line part. Then this place, I think it's nice. It's to flow with the
Upper part.
yes, with the upper part. Last, this paper won't enter. I want this paper to enter. Should wear our own like that too, or trim this one out. The lining will be shorter with 1 inch, so you can just fold 1 inch upwards before you cut. Thank you everybody for joining this live class today. I need to go now. If I come back, if I can still meet up with the to do the live video, we'll come back and sew it. If otherwise, I'll see you guys in the evening for the business class talk. So the Ankara is longer by 1 inch. Thank you so Isayemi. Ma, please, whenever you mark your dots, okay, you've read the question. Okay. I have to go now. Stay sweet, everybody. I'll see you when I come back or later in the evening by 7 p.m. Bye.